Today marks 1190th day. Share lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. I hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about leaders, about business owners, and really about teams. But specifically, how's a leader supposed to empower, encourage, to really get the best out of people, to really help them to achieve their goals, and by achieving their goals, they could achieve business goals at the same time. Because leaders manage people, not anything in between. They don't manage business; they manage people. And then, of course, if you're not able to really lead people in the proper way, of course, that means that's proper. You probably will micromanage. I really love what Alex Ramondi says about it as well. That if you start creating small micromanaged roles, that means that you hire wrong people at the same place. Because if it's common sense to do things, and it's, oh, I didn't explain that. Some common sense you don't need to explain. If you start to need to explain common sense things, that means that it might be that you hire wrong people and you need to change those people. But at the same time, if you have right people, you might destroy those right people because you want to micromanage. So today we'll share like what really leaders supposed to do is really empower people, encourage people for to achieve really great success. So number one, and it has a simple circle, set clear goals and expectations. Because it's very, very hard to even meet your expectations, but when you do not know what are those expectations. So say, okay, this is my expectation. So that means that if a person chooses to go and beyond, above and beyond expectations, is able to do that. So sometimes maybe the person will not do as best because they have no idea what is expected of them. So goals and expectations is very, very important, not just to understand what to seek, but how to really exceed expectation. Because some people just are that mindset, I want to do what's expected and one more. That means so what to do expected and more. And some people just will, of course, will achieve just bare minimum. And you can potentially see, okay, what kind of people you have in your team. So you must be able to really choose that standard, choose that goal, and say, okay, who will try to bypass that? And you can, of course, choose that is actually achievable, and say, okay, if someone will achieve that goal and they will settle down and say, like, this is my goal, this is I barely achievement, but if I achievement, that's it. Or maybe those some people will say, like, I was able to achieve 10 times more than it was expected, or one more. Number two is recognize and reward effort. Recognize and reward effort, especially when in the beginning, when someone comes in a team. I think that the most important thing for the person is not a feedback, it's not criticism, but really effort. Encouraging effort because it's only through effort, pure effort, with mass action, you're able to be better. Because if you constantly think about all the things that you could do better, you will not succeed. That's even people did a lot of research that when people try to do as good as they can for one time, they will never do as good as a person who tried 100 times and perfected their performance. So that's why massive action is very, very important. So really encouraging and rewarding and recognizing that effort is very, very important for that person to really succeed because they get better through effort. Number three is creating a positive work environment. So being able to really create an environment where everyone is able to share what they're thinking about, everyone's sharing like what they're working on, what they're struggling with. Because if a person doesn't feel comfortable sharing what they're struggling with, of course they'll not. They will stuck because there's a lot that there'll be some bottlenecks that's not allowed to go through it. That's why they're called bottlenecks because they're not able to really achieve because they get stuck in that one place where they're not able to really perform. But if you don't have trust, people will not share those bonds. So being able to create an environment where every single person feels encouraged to share, encouraged to express their emotions, feelings, logic, whatever they need to share is encouraged. I think that's what really positive work environment means. Number four is offer growth and development opportunities. I think that this is beautiful to really go deep in your knowledge, but I think sometimes it's very important to go a little bit wide as well, because that means you make that person much more adaptable, flexible. Because if you are making very, very deep, even that's very, very important, I think it's something we need to really express a little bit in the wide as well. and develop and grow, improve. Because I think that when the person feels that they're growing, improving, developing, what does it lead? It leads to joy, fulfillment, purposeful life, and that means that that person will not want to leave the company that where he feels constantly empowered because person gets stuck in one location in one job and they want to leave to another job. But if they feel that they have a lot of opportunity to grow, to develop, express themselves, they will not want to stay. That's why so many great companies who are able to really empower people to grow, to improve. Sometimes people stay in the same companies for 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 years because they're able to grow inside the company rather than needing to look further. Because if you're stuck in the same place and not able to improve, of course, you're not able to stay there for a long, long time. Number five is empower and trust people. And this is very, very important. I think that if you want to really create leaders within your team, what you need to do, you need to really trust them and give them opportunity to lead. That means that you need to really give them authority in the end responsibility of the things that they do. So that means the faster you give away the authority, the faster you give away ownership, the faster you go with responsibility, the faster the person will grow. And being able to empower them to grow in those bigger shoes and trust that they will grow in those shoes, I think that's important. Now, it's hard, yes, it's risk, yeah, but what other options do we have? I think there is no other option, just really be giving that trust, giving that empowerment. Because if you really give authority, give responsibility, but you're constantly looking around and asking questions, how they're doing, other person will feel that you don't trust them, and that means it will hold them back from putting all effort. Because no, if they something doesn't go well, you know that you will jump back and it will fix the thing, and that's not good. Even in the parenthood and the business and the leadership as well. Number six, of course, this is very simple. Lead by example. If you say something that something needs to be done in a certain way, better do the same way. You're not supposed to be I'm beyond that. I'm above that. I'm a leader. I'm a manager or whatever. I'm not supposed to do that. That is only people who below me supposed to do it. No. If you say that there is a rule for everyone, that means that you need to follow the rules. Because monkey see, monkey do. I truly believe that. So that means if you want to really show example, and if you want other people do the same way as you do, you need to show example, not tell example. And I think that's very, very important. Number seven is encourage work-life balance, but I think that is not work-life balance. I think that encourage balance and what that means for that person. Encourage that seasons in life where they potentially could able to really live the way how they want to live. Because I think that balance is sometimes is so such a different thing. Because sometimes could work 10 hours a day, but if you maybe work-life balance is when you show up at work later and you finish later. Because I really don't like when someone says like, oh, you need to show up at a certain time. Now I know some careers need to be exactly on a certain time, but if you don't need to really meet client face to face, maybe that's moment, maybe you don't need to be fixed on things. So being able to be very, very flexible in things and really create those balances and encourage those balances and look for ways to really make more adjustable and flexible environment to work for everyone. Number eight is provide constructive feedback and support. And this is again, this is very important, but this goes only with eight, and this is not as important in the beginning, especially when you start building the team. Constructive feedback is very important, but not the first one because I think that's really encouraging, appreciating all their effort. I think this is much more important before giving the feedback itself, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So when you know that a leader really proved that you care, at that moment you're able to really give all the criticism, all the feedback and support, because that feedback, that criticism, that support will be received much much better than before. Because now you show that you care, you show that you appreciate, you show that you actually here to support them to achieve their goals. Otherwise, that feedback will go to one ear to another, and it's like, oh, I'm giving such an amazing feedback, but for some reason they don't follow that feedback. Maybe they don't follow the feedback, but because they think that you give that feedback for your own reasons, not for their reasons, and that's a massive difference. The last one, number nine, is foster a sense of purpose. So being able to connect company's goals with the person's goals is one of the most important things of a leader because okay, let's look into the person's goals. And we potentially sometimes could say like your goals doesn't align with our goals. Maybe we need to really put you at different bus. But if your goal is totally aligning with our goal, let's look putting together a game plan that you can achieve your goal by achieving the company's goal. Because I truly believe that you're able to make that happen. We just need to blend things up and really work towards it. But we need to again be strategic and define that sense of purpose because now when the person knows it by helping company to achieve their goal, they will achieve their own goal. They will put so much more effort to even make that happen because only they're working for themselves. And of course, by working for themselves, they achieve company's goal as well. So I hope you should reflect as well. How do you encourage people? How do you encourage people that you lead? Because I think that this is a topic that there's no one answer. This is a very massive, very deep topic, and I think that there are books written, long books written about leadership. But I think that it's very important as we connect dots and really work towards understanding more and more how to lead people better. So I hope you choose one and see you tomorrow.